Right, we're back. Let's see if we can
Still
make it through
changes.
this area.
Was it waiting for me to return all this time?
I'll miss our rocket launcher though. But we should now be able to get it back. Those traits should appear on the rocket launcher from now on. That's something as well. I think we can actually, if we look in the, yes, the data bank here, I think that we've got, so yes, we do have different traits that we're unlocking there on the right side. So we're nearly unlocking rising pitch and payload rounds. So each weapon does have its own progression system as we go through. So because we've used the Spitmore blaster a lot, we now have we can get slug shot, rapid spitter, wide maw, narrow maw, backsplash, and explosive hit. And as you can see, they've each got a little bar next to them that's filling up that will take it towards a level 2 weapon and further. But so each one, and you can see in the bottom right, so weapon trait progress for the pistol is 7%, and so we're slowly moving towards the unlocking different traits with them. And we've got 3 slots there that are missing. Oh, hang on. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots that are missing. Oh, these are consumables as well, I see. So it's consumables as well. However, I would tend to bet. Those at the top seem to be where the weapons were. We might still have 3 or 4 weapons left to unlock here. Enemies that way. Oh, it's a beam. There we go. These versions of these enemies are far worse than the previous ones. These aren't too bad being down there. Most of their shots will have disappeared before they get to me. Wow, the melee does a hell of a lot to them. I might have to get more used to using my melee and getting closer and hitting them. Might be a good shout. There's a malignant chest up there, if we can figure out how to reach it. Is that? No, that's not one of the secret doors. Still another one down there. Ha. Don't have to deal with him. Right. Successful overloads reduce alt fire cooldown by 3 seconds. Ow. Let me guess. Did we get a malfunction that damages when we pick up artifacts? And then was the cure condition to pick up an artifact? I'm thinking that's what happened there. That's what I'm gonna guess happened. Typical. I suppose it's somewhat lucky really, when you think about it. We got rid of our malfunction immediately, so it's not the worst. That looks ominous as old, doesn't it? Let's have a look what we've got here. Moderate health pickup. Oh, we've also got this. Melee kills briefly increase speed. And it's an artifact. I think we got rid of that one before. There's more down there. Very high. Ugh. But we need, yeah, gonna say we need a weapon. Leech rounds. Is that exactly what I think it is? Successful hits may repair your integrity. May repair. There's a chance, and we don't know how high a chance. I'm unsure about that. I think we could better spend our money elsewhere by just getting things like suit integrity upgrades. Just up our max health to no end. Or even perhaps, it doesn't look to be anything up there on the map. Or perhaps we could even just, by saving our money. Is this glowing for any particular reason? No, I think it's just right. But I think we can better spend our money elsewhere. Plus it takes up an artifact slot. Last time we hit the maximum, we had to start dropping some things. Enlarged chamber, easy to use, full auto. It's lower level. This has everything in bonus damage as well. And those leech rounds, I think this is going to be oh, and I keep forgetting I need to stop opening chests, don't I, from now on. Right. We only open if we need. Those are the rules. When in need, open the chest. If otherwise, we don't want to be going for them. If we wait till our proficiency rating goes up, which is nearly on 16 by the way now. So if we were to have opened all of these chests in a little while, we would have got better equipment. I don't think I was getting out of that, was I? Not really. Ah, there's another one. Wait for it to be over. What was the secondary on this? Yeah, it's the bombard, isn't it? Ah, yep. Right, let's see what we've got. Repairs moderate, but is infected. Overload. We need to collect money. And we need to use a consumable. What does that do? Fixes all malfunctions. And this one, was this one we get health from hitting things? Melee kills repair integrity, and it reduces our dash cooldown. Oh. Okay. This hits like an absolute truck, by the way. Right. Have we got... Well, what have we got here? Something. Is it ether? It's ether. We are picking up a lot more ether as we progress through. We're no longer just picking up one or two now and then, really rarely. It seems to be dotted around quite frequently now. We've got a side room. We've got that locked behind a barrier. This we can actually get to. We could use the moderate heal. Health upgrade. And we've got a chest there. We're not going to open it, of course, but I'm going to look for the button. Where is the button? Got it. Right. That's locked behind there. But there's another down here. Is this proficiency? Small amount. But we are 16. How close are we on leech rounds? Actually, it's there on the left, isn't it? We can see a little progression thing. So, we are 67% of the way. Hostiles that have injured you drop 50% more obolites when killed. It's at the beginning of the run. I mean, just inevitably we will get hit at various points. Wait. Reduce the proficiency rate. Not using a consumable is good, but it's only a chance, whereas that will lower proficiency. This is good, but you don't want to be getting hit by them in the first place. If this was just you get more obolites for killing things, it being near the start of a run, I would pick it up in a heartbeat. Because it's very specific about when you have to open, when you have to... Yeah, because it's been very specific about how you get the extra, and it's detrimental for you to do that, I'm not sold on that. Bit of ether. Probability is high for malfunctions. One slot, but no. No, you've got to be joking, one slot. We will take that. And we will go down the extra path here. That's a point yet. That's a point as well at this point. At this moment, we've still not got the ability to swim. So we will get more upgrades. We've got the ability to swim that we need to find out, and we've got the ability to break through those yellow barriers. Oh, I was looking at the pattern getting ready. You're thinking, ooh, I'll go for those when I've just figured out exactly what the timing is for it. And no, it was a one-off. Go for it now. Some plants in these areas. We'll just clear them out, see if they drop anything good. Doesn't seem to be the case. Right. You know what? Let's go for the melee kills, increase our integrity. There we go, we've used that. Got a decent amount for it too. Ether. Got this one. Ah, you. In the end, we used that consumable and then got hit, completely negating all the health that we just picked up. Great. Huh. These enemies are definitely more difficult than before. These are absolutely far more difficult to fight against. What have we got? A bit more ether. Again, they're just handing you that stuff out now. There is a chest there as well. This one's usually... Ow. Well, we didn't get hit, but... Yes, gonna say it's usually here, this one. Not that we'll be opening it. Again, we're gonna come back at the end for all of the chests. Is this another do it quick scenario, or... No, this is, we saw this last time. I don't quite know how to do that. Got another side path where there's more ether down here as well on the map. And of course it's behind the barrier. Right. We'll press on. A new archive.
Archives. Even years later, I still dreamt of them. A tree riddled with eyes.
And what we've got over this side.
A slaughter of bipedal vertebrates.
People being slaughtered, trees with eyes.
The bed being swallowed by tentacles.
Hmm. This is different down here now. There's no chest. Reduces malfunction probability. Greatly increases melee cooldown and dash cooldown. Oh. Like the bonuses on that are absolutely amazing. It's just too bad that the negatives for it are. Well, I can't take that. The melee cooldown isn't too bad, but dash as well? Absolutely not. That's essentially saying to me, you will get hit more. And the thing is, it just says greatly. It doesn't say specifically how much. Didn't quite time that right to get through the shots, did I? Ow. Wait, it's still up. Yeah, it's still up. Oh, that got him. We're doing alright for money. At least the health's not completely terrible yet, but I took some stupid damage there. We're practically drowning in ether. I've got 20 of the stuff now. There's a chest behind him. We'll collect the money from that. Right, careful, you don't want to open the chest by accident. Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. That's something as well. I don't know how much this leeching ammo is doing on my gun. I've not really felt the benefits much from it yet. Now how do we get there? That's the big question, isn't it? How on earth do we get over to that? I have to somehow climb up the trees. Hmm. Oh well. Oh, I heard something from back here. Oh well. Is this still locked?
It's open again.
No. Now it's definitely different.
Seeping inside. Am I not the only thing that can enter here?
Is it the same? So the fog pouring from the funeral earns more, I predicted. Okay. And left retribution roaring through the wake of dead stardust, exactly as the fog pouring from the funerary earns more had predicted. For the first time since the ship's fatal accident, Tally felt alive. They are burning to ashes, she had admitted in a detached voice, no longer her own, feeling the bulkhead against her pinned shoulders reverberating as another god guttered into smoke in the engine's crematorium. You will not get him back. Gods and titans, ashes upon ashes. My ship is dying, I am dying, but you will not save him. They are all trapped and behind a lock tighter than Tartarus's was deep. Right. Rage, loathing, impotence. She felt them all, like the unpredictable hot winds of her desert homeland, wash over her from the astronaut's unseen gaze. It knew she had won. Tally awakens again, this time a pool of blood that's mostly not hers, this time in her time. Past and future be damned. Slumping on the ground, she looks down the hallway as the astronaut is gone. Probably in another failed attempt to break the autopilot subsystems. She had to extend some respect to it for being as driven as she was. Her starship would crash, but that is inevitable now. The descent is predictable, it's mathematics, a sickening prophecy. But there is an outcome remaining, assuming she can have the words of it interpreted another way by Oracle. Or interpreted, not interpreted. Amid the destruction spreading from the hull, pierced through the hull of Retribution, Telly Acheron finds her center. The blood soaking through her pants is absorbed into her veins. Heart rate thickens into the thrill of adrenaline. The unconscious patterns her fingertips lightly draw in the ether. That which destroys now creates. There can be no paradoxes in a world without end or beginning. Everything is permitted in my domain. In the astral, she turns the regret-rusted key in the lock. The door opens. Solace. Now returning to the hallway where she crashed. Chased astronaut to the shadow-stained gate. Though the barrier pushed her away before, she finally has the means to compel entry. Mother's ire, smothered fire. I fix each one. Glory reignite the sun, Talion tones. Silence. Glory, the booming voice of Oracle, 10 million whispers united into the unyielding force of eternity. The sun-faced totem evaporates from Tally's second sight. The pang of loss grips her soul feebly. Then likewise is gone. We must forget to remember. We must leave to return. We must die to live. And the gate shimmers to transparency, allowing the first mortal passage in countless millennia. Tally descends into Pythia's inner sanctum. Each step, eternity's weight. Her name whispered. She finds the throne. Illuminated by a single beam of golden light, she sits. She wills herself to be Oracle for only the single instant it will take to disintegrate the world, sanctioning retribution to pass unharmed, though the cost will be something. Again, I still don't really get the reference, whatever it is. Oh, we've got a new room. We've got the piano.
This melody. I remember that.
Well, that's off.
What are you doing? Wake up.
What's this on here? can't go upstairs. Oh. Who on earth would just sit down and watch?
Like the astronaut.
When we look back at the monumental success of the first cruise, tragic car accident occurred in the Okanagan Wenatchee landing, it is impossible to divorce the forest. Although authorities have yet to identify the mission's significance in itself from the effects the cause, as road conditions were optimal, the car broke through a guardrail and plunged witnessing world into lake. The driver, the collective and conscious understanding, has suffered major spinal injuries. Her daughter, miraculously, a humankind's place on Earth. And thereby the universe originated from the moment we stepped upon the surface of another celestial body, survived unharmed.
So here's my theory. Oh, and this is... the door handle's getting more broken. I think there, isn't it, as we go on?
What do you want?
I think that's her mum. And that she had a car crash. That was the accident that they mentioned. That Selene mentioned earlier. Which prevented her from becoming an astronaut. So Selene did it instead.
It's you, isn't it, Mother? I
Confirmed.
told you to.
Is it going to turn out this whole thing was in her head? I'm trying to tell if that's more dilapidated than it was. Or if it was already this bad. Right. That usually signifies roughly the midway point on the first area-ish.
I'm starting to see patterns that I know are not there. I cannot trust my memories. The planet knows me better than I know myself. The hive mind and the severed are real. Helios is real. The astronaut is missing. I haven't found it anywhere. Where are you gone?
Ooh. Right. Let's have a look. What have we got?
And phantom roses of the mind? Has the
Severed
severed
memories.
language evolved?
Sees an astronaut on the verge of reaching into the house. Wait. I need 40 to get this one? Translation accuracy about 99%. Evolved. Maybe we wrote that one. Right. Increase integrity. Or we can get a full heal. Greatly greatly increased weapon proficiency there. Melee kills generate energy blast. I'm not fussed about that. Repairs integrity by 5% of damage dealt per adrenaline level. That's a really big one, that. If you can get your adrenaline high enough. The problem is you usually get your adrenaline high by not being hit, which means you don't need healing. That's the problem with it. It's a really good heal, but you're probably not going to need it. Is the issue there. Right. This one that looks in the middle. Right. Nope. What have we got here? Increases weapon damage by 10%. Just straight up here, have more damage. Honestly, it might be worth swapping some of this ether for some of these bonuses. Reduces the probability of malfunctions, but if you do get them, they're harder to fix. Okay. And we'll not be able to pick that other one up in conjunction with this. It doesn't let you pick up ones that affect the same stat, which is a shame, to be honest. I'd like to be able to lean into the idea of just, I can make a few sacrifices to my build, but it just reduces the chance of getting malfunctions, for example, to essentially none. That'd be interesting, but... Ooh. And it's moving. Oh, that'll be annoying. Staggered, there we go. Get a good stagger in. Gotcha. Definitely getting harder as well to get things like adrenaline, with there being fewer basic enemies. I mean, it's to be pointed out, isn't it? It's like, well, yeah, obviously, if the enemy types become far more difficult to kill, then it becomes significantly harder to build up things like adrenaline. So this second portion of the game here is definitely going to be more difficult than the first. Only one slot. I mean, we've got something that reduces. Maybe if I had that item that reduces the amount of them you need, but without, it's a hard sell. Is that? Isn't it? There's something above me, but I'm uncertain how to get there. As you can see, there's something there, but you would think that would be something you grapple to, but no. Is that a data cube or something? Might want to have a look at getting there. But again, the question is how. That might be the answer. Right, let's have a look. That's the way forward. Let's just have a check on the area map. So that's a side door over there. Oh! Overdid it a bit. Is this 41 of those secret walls or something then? I've yet to notice any of those. I've seen that though. Gimme. Right. And what have we got for our troubles? Projectile portal data cube. And we get some ether. Supposedly there's some health around here as well, but I don't see it. Oh, I think it's outside, but oh no, I saw that. I saw it already, didn't I? It's the one that was hunting. It was a malignancy roll, wasn't it? Yes. Right. We may want to start just cleansing things. Maybe that's how we spend our ether. Ooh. A chest here. Water there. And then we'll use a key and see what we see. Slimy without nose. Malfunctions have more severe effects. Am I right in thinking now that we've got the harder to fix requirements and have more severe effects? Ooh. Malfunctions now will be absolute hell. But we're less likely to get them, and we get more salvage from hostiles. Okay. Do not get a malfunction. Don't. It's not worth it. Maybe what I want to do is go through to the end, get all the chests and everything that I can, Just before the boss, perhaps. God. Next one's there. Next one's in front there. Next one's there. Just in front. Am I through? Don't want the heal, don't want the heal. So full health. They do appear to only be upgrades now. Right. Hits like a truck. Enhanced proficiency at level 4. That's the real reason we want our adrenaline up. The ones until this point, they're not too bad, but you hit 4 and you get that enhanced proficiency. That's where it's at. That's where it's like, oh wow, this ain't a joke anymore. Again, we can absolutely afford to just burn a bunch of ether at this rate. It's giving us that much. Cypher. Right, now let's try. That's more integrity. Then we've got a teleporter, some orbolites, and some ether, I think. Oh. Upgrade slots, but very high chance of malignancy. Dropped orbolites last longer, reduces. Oh, we take more damage. That's bad. I think we already. Wait, this run or last run where we got. No, it's well, last run we got. They last longer on the floor by 3 seconds. So if we want a straight up upgrade, we can come back here. But we risk a lot of malignancy and damage in doing so. It's literally showering me with them in this area. What can I say? Right. Let's move forwards. This is bad. This is very bad. Luckily, this thing hits like a damn truck. That's just here apparently. Oh, you are kidding me. Different cutscene, we're now remembering the crash. Right, well, I will say I'm at least glad that in what appears to be the halfway point we do have a checkpoint. So that's nice at least. So thank God for that, and we're not having to start all over again each time. The enemies are significantly harder. Like, they are way harder now. But that said, again, I still wish that they, and I think that they are going to add a save feature soon. I'm hoping they do some kind of like auto save, so I don't have to keep leaving this on. 5 for it this time, not 3. It was 3 last time. You know, as in, you know, 1, 2, 3, not cost no money, but we'll see what we get. In fact, actually no, no, because then I would have to actually keep it turned on. I'm going to leave it there for now. We'll come back next time and see how much progress we can make. I think there that the boss was available, we just happened to hit that particularly nasty enemy. We were doing incredibly well and he just, like, what was it, 3-shot me? He just whomped me, essentially. Those enemies in particular, very nasty enemies. I think twice I've died to one of those now. They seem to be almost, but not quite, a death sentence. You just have to have a really, really good weapon to beat them with, and we had a really good weapon, but I think just we didn't have like enough artifacts and things to give us the advantage over him, unfortunately. We're going to keep going with our tactic though of leaving resources behind to come back when our proficiency level's gone up and when we can get a heal and then you just use them for max health and things. I think that's probably the best idea. We've got plenty of ether now, so I'll be using that machine there. We'll get ourselves a starting item, something new, and we'll continue on from there. It might be worth now if we start getting, I mean, we're going to be, at the rate we're going to end up with like 30 odd ether by the end of the next area. We may wish to start using it to cleanse chests and items so that it reduces the risks. Every advantage you can get, eh? Right, I'll see you next time.